Good morning, everybody. Previous class we already studied 3 problems in exercise 1-3. Today we are taking the next problem, that is problem number 4. Exercise 1-3. Problem number 4. The question is express 0.999 etc. in the form P by Q. Are you surprised by your answer? First we can find out 0.999 etc. in the form P by Q. Then find out the answer. The question is that are you surprised by the answer? First we have to find out it's a rational form. Let x is equal to 0.9999 etc. That is equation number 1. You know how we can change it into a rational number? Here only one digit is repeating, so multiplying both sides by 10. So left hand side 10 into x and right hand side 0.999 etc. into 10. We get 10 into x, 10x is equal to decimal moves after one digit. Here we get 9.999 etc. This is equation number 2. This is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. This type already 5 problems we solved. The next step is equation 2 minus equation 1. We get left hand side of the second equation 10x minus left hand side of the first equation x, that is equal to right hand side 9.99 etc. minus 0.999 etc. Here 10x minus x, we get 9x and 9.999 etc. minus 0.999 etc. we get 9. Then x is equal to 9 by 9, we get 1. Are you surprised by this answer? Because we get 0.999 etc. is equal to 1. Yes, we are surprised because 0.99 etc. is not equal to 1. But here we get the answer. Its rational form is 1. That is 1 by 1. Why? Because 0.999 etc. is closely related to 1. This is approximate value is equal to 1. So, that is only a slight difference between 1 and 0.999 etc. Or simply we say that 0.99 etc. its approximate value is equal to 1. So we get 0.999 is equal to 1. So the rational form of 0.999 etc. is equal to 1, that is equal to 1 by 1. Okay, so we get 0.999 etc. is equal to 1. That is question number 5. The next question, this is question number 5. What can the maximum number of digits be in the repeating block of digits in the decimal expansion of 1 by 17? That is, the decimal expansion of 1 by 17. How many block of digits are repeating? In the block of digits, how many digits are repeating? That we have to find out. By division, the answer you have to find out and write in the back side of the notebook. Okay, I will correct it. Here one numerator is 1 and denominator is 17. Both are co-prime numbers. The numerator is 1 and the denominator is 70. Is also a prime number, but in the case of this number, the numerator 1 and the denominator is a prime number except 2 and 5. Then we can easily find out the number of or block of digits repeating in the quotient. That is, if the numerator is 1 and denominator is a prime number except 2 and 5, then the denominator minus 1, we get 16. Okay, then in the quotient decimal after 16 digits, again the digits are repeating. Or in the block of digits there are 16 digits are there. Okay, generally we can say that if 1 by x is a rational number, x is a prime number except 2 and 5, then that block of the number of digits repeating in the quotient we can find out this denominator x minus 1. Understood? Here 1 by 70, the number of digits repeating in the quotient or the number of digits in the repeating block, we can find out denominator minus 1. If the number is 1 by 13, how we can find out? That is 13 minus 1. After 12 digits, again the digits are repeating. Here the question is that what can the maximum number of digits in the repeating block of digits? There are maximum number of 16 digits are in the repeating block of digits in the decimal expansion of 1 by 70. That decimal expansion you have to find out in your notebook. Okay. Then this way we can find out that if the given rational number numerator is 1 and the denominator is a prime number except 2 and 5, then the number of digits repeating in the quotient or the number of digits repeating in the block of digits can be find out the denominator minus 1. Okay. That way we can easily find out. Then you have to check whether this one is correct or not. You have to divide in your notebook and find out. Okay. In the quotient, decimal after 16 digits, again the digits are repeating. Okay. Therefore that decimal expansion is non-terminating recurring. Okay, using long division method, you have to find out the answer in your notebook. Okay. Then sixth question. Look at several examples. Question number 6. Using several examples of rational numbers in the form p by q, where p and q are integers with no common factors other than 1 and having terminating decimal expansions, can you guess us what property q must satisfy? You have to take examples of rational numbers and p and q are co-prime numbers. Okay. Then it's a decimal expansion is terminating. Then what is the property satisfied the denominator q? Using several examples we can find out that. If a rational number, its a decimal expansion is terminating, then the denominator q is in the form or denominator q is having only factors of 2 or factors of 5 or both the factors of 2 and 5. That's the properties of q when a rational number p by q, where p and q are co-prime numbers. Then the denominator is only the factors of 2 or only the factors of 5 or both the factors of 2 and 5, then its decimal expansion is only terminating. That is a rational number, its decimal expansion is terminating, then q is the property is that it's having only the factors of 2 or only the factors of 5 or both the factors of 2 and 5. Taking some examples we can find out here 24 and 25. That is 24 divided by 25. Both are co-prime numbers. There are only one as a common factor, both 24 and 25. 24, the factors are 1 into 24, 2 into 12, 3 into, then 4. Okay. Then 25 factors are only 1 into 25 and 5 5s are 25. We know having only 1 as a common factor. So 24, 25 having co-prime numbers. Here, its decimal expansion is terminating. Then 24 divided by 25, we can find out 24 divided by 25. 0, 4, 8, 9. 25 into 9. 225. 225. 5. Here balance 3 minus 2. 1. Then again put 1. 0. Here 125. 4 times. Then 6. So, its decimal expansion is 0.96. Decimal expansion is 0.96. Then you have to check what is the property of denominator 25. What is its property? That is 24 by 25. We can written as 24 divided by the factors of 25. We get only 5 square. That is 24 divided by 25. It's a decimal expansion is terminating. Then the Q is having only the factor of 5. Okay. Then we can take another example. Take another example. 53 by 100. 53. Second one. 53 by 100. You know its decimal expansion is terminating. That is 0.53. Decimal expansion is terminating. Then we can write the denominator 100 is of the form 53 divided by 100 can be written as in the form factors of 100. We can write it 10 square and also 53 divided by 10 we can written as 2 into 5 the whole square. Let's go to 53 divided by 2 square into 5 square. That is 53 divided by 100 is a rational number. And having 53 and 100 having co-prime numbers, and the decimal expansion is we get terminating. Then the denominator Q is of the form, that means having only the factors 2 and 5. This is decimal expansion. Is a denominator we get the factor only 5. Okay, we already said the given rational number decimal expansion is terminating. Then the denominator, the factors are only 2 or 5 or both 2 and 5. Then we can take one more example. 13 by 8. Its decimal expansion is also terminating and also co-prime numbers. Then the denominator 8 is of the form 8, that's equal to what? 2. This way we can find out the given rational numbers decimal expansion is terminating. Then denominator Q is having either only the factors of 2 or the factors of 5 or both the factors of 2 and 5. So generally we can say that the given rational number, its a decimal expansion is terminating. Then the denominator Q is in the form 2 raised to n and 5 raised to m. That is only 2 in the 5 in the factors controlled, where n and m are non-negative integers. That means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Okay. Then 10th class you will study about PPT about this problem. Here only we have to understand that if the given rational numbers decimal expansion is terminating and P and Q are co-prime numbers, then the denominator Q is in the form 2 raised to n and 5 raised to m. 2 raised to n into 5 raised to m, where n and m are non-negative integers. Or we can say that if the a rational number, its decimal expansion is terminating. The denominator having only the factors of 2 or the factors of 5 or both the factors of 2 and 5. Okay, in our exercise 1.3 first question, write the following in decimal form and say what kind of decimal expansion each has. There are 3 terminating decimal expansion is there. Okay, already we divide and find out that decimals, and we have to prove that 3 numbers are terminating decimal expansions. Rational numbers are terminating decimal expansions. You have to find out the property of that 3 numbers denominator. That is, find the property of Q in that 3 rational numbers. Okay, and write in your notebook, back side of the notebook. Okay, that denominator, the property of the Q is only sometimes the factors of 2 ആയിരിക്കും, or the factors of 5 or both the factors of 2 and 5. Okay. By using examples, we can find out this one. The next one, 7th question. Write 3 numbers whose decimal expansions are non-terminating, non-recurrent. You know, non-terminating, non-recurrent decimal expansion. It's a decimal expansion of an irrational number. We can write infinitely many decimal expansion of non-terminating, non-recurrent. That you know, non-terminating means in that decimal there etc. is there. Okay, that is never ends the division. And a decimal after different digits are repeating. That is, decimal after 1 digit or a Broca digit is not repeating. Example, 0.10, 110, 11110, etc. or 0.08, 008, 0008, etc. This way we can write infinitely many non-terminating, non-recurring decimal. Okay, all the decimal, there you want to put the etc. and the decimal after different digits are repeating. That is 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. All are non-terminating, non-recurring decimal. Okay, these examples you have to write in your own examples. Write 3 or 4 examples in your notebooks. Then that 4th question, 5th question, 6th question and 7th question. Okay, all are very, very important questions. You have to read the question and you have to work out the problems and find out the answer. Okay, thank you all.